into this reading. We're going to be diving into some energies and see what really is coming out. I have some themes written down for 2026. That is the year of the horse. All right, so the dark horse, going from the dark into the freedom. Must go into the dark to become our wildest self, our most authentic, wild, and free. All right, so speaking your truth is going to be extremely important, all right? Your words actually fabricate what is really going to be present in the timeline, all right? So there is many timelines, of course, going on. I did a video on that, I believe. So it's like every choice that you make really almost opens up a timeline, all right? So there's almost a timeline of every possibility. So speaking your truth, this is literally forming and shaping your reality. Your voice is your potent influence in the world, all right? So this isn't a time for going on social media and, voicing your emotions of things that are almost like don't seem as important right now, all right? And I don't mean that in a negative way, but I mean it as this is your purpose of life. This is the stages that you're elevating. It's not times for like negative space, all right? That is that we're leaving that behind in 2025. 2025 was like almost like that finish of what was breaking down, what was decomposing, all right? That's why I feel like it felt so distorted, because it felt like it wasn't natural. There wasn't a lot of choices. The universe put a lot of things in our paths, in your path, so you could be redirected and end up in a place where growth is possible. Growth is possible, and it's really enhancing what you're growing. All right, so we're gonna pull 3 cards from the chakra. So these are all about the wisdom of your spiritual transformation. Take this as a little toolkit. So we have completion. Amazing, right? Of course it's completion. 2025 was the year of completion, putting things to rest. And even though I feel like it was very difficult on all of us, personal and in a collective level in the world. So I feel like putting things to rest. This is like the death, right? And it's like acknowledging it, saying goodbye, holding a space, holding a space where it held an importance, where it brought you to this place where you are now. And it's okay to be sad about the past. It's okay to remember and reflect, but don't get caught up in it. Don't bring it forward with you, all right? So the completion is it's kind of like saying goodbye to something. It is really putting your energy away from it. And I feel like it's like that closure. The completion is like the closure. We have that orange chakra. All right, confusion after what has finished, what is completed. Where do I go next? It's almost like that place where you feel like you need to be wrapped, because if you feel like you are bare, you're exposed, right? Exposed to a place where it feels discomfort. You may feel discomfort. May feel like you're in isolation, right? You're in a place where you've lost something. You've lost people or places, things that were known to you. So it puts you in a place of confusion, right? What is happening next? What is going on? And then facade. This is taking those lessons from those people that we had to leave behind. This could be like anything to do with losing people in your life, like the loved ones that you didn't want to lose, but were taken from you, that occurred so you could become stronger. There was something that needing to let go, so you can almost discover something about yourself, and it makes you stronger. It puts you in this dark place where something else is growing, and you can see that it's like the spirit, the winds, the air, the energy all around you. You're wrapped in it, so you're very protected right now, even though you feel alone or isolated. Those are those times. It's like hermit energy, right? Those are those times that need to be in a place of where there's no distractions, a place of self-growth. And just remember, you're not alone. There's many people going through the same thing. So don't hold on to the past. This is, if you feel like that state of confusion, I feel like we can really bring that negativity, right? We can bring in that almost being mad at the world, mad at what's going on, being upset. And it's what was, right? It's what was. It's all about what was. And what was had to be left in a place in your memory, right? And it's never gone. Memories are real. They're always with you, even though it doesn't feel like it. So I feel like this is the lessons that you bring with you, right? The lessons that were taught. It's taking a journey with you. Taking a journey to bring you back to your younger self. As this feeling this feeling of loss is actually turning into a gain, right? It's like the winter is all about healing. The winter is all about things needing to fall off, things needing to feel like everything is falling apart. The leaves are falling off. The time is changing. And it's these places where you will restore your energy because they're always with you, right? Anything that feels like grief or loss, you're not meant to just hold on to that energy and feel alone. You're actually meant to appreciate, right, what you've been taught, appreciate the people that benefit your life, and allowing a space for growth. So letting go of these hard times is actually a time where you can appreciate those moments, right? We don't take them for granted as much once we don't have them anymore. So I feel like this is a greater appreciation to those people that you do love, and I feel like this is going to really create something different in your future. Forgiveness. It's a forgiveness for what you didn't know. Forgive yourself for what you can't change or what you can't go back and redo. It's almost like accepting and teaching, allowing the teaching. Forgiveness, it could be for yourself or for others, right? It's something that you need so that you're not resentful of things that you could that didn't go the way you wanted to, right? And life is like that. The universe will tend to do that when we feel when things haven't changed, when you need to grow, when it really, we do grow in those times of uncomfortable. And it's not something that, those things are not choices. The choice is to stay in a place of apathy, right? Where just being angry at the world, being angry at the circumstance, not wanting to move, not wanting to change, just kind of restricting yourself restricting yourself, and all it's doing is causing yourself damage. So, all right. So, but this is a beautiful card because it's like those beautiful times, beautiful memories are always with you. They're not gone. They're just in a different place, right? They're in a different place where it's not, growth isn't happening there, but growth is happening within you. So you bring that with you. So it's always a part of you. It's choice, right? We choose to see a world from a certain angle. Choose to say that that life is not fair. You know what I mean? But life only feels fair because there could be things that we wish we had changed, but you can't go back and change things. All we can do is take those tools to change the outcome in the future, right? To forgive yourself for what you didn't know, because these are the lessons that are teaching you, and now you know. All right, so speaking your truth, these are the themes. Speaking your truth, your voice is your potent influence in the world. The words are the path you pave, right? The words are your path. If you're staying in this place and not just wanting to reject everything, wanting to be angry because things didn't work out a certain way, that is going to be your reality. You're going to be stuck. You'll be stuck there instead of appreciating and having and allowing life to still happen for you. Be clear and focused on what you wish to create. All right, I'm going to pull some cards. My battery is already looking low. It's been draining a lot lately, so you may be drained. Time to charge. Be easy with yourself, like be easy with the mistakes. Forgive others. Don't stay mad. Don't stay mad at others. When you forgive, it's for yourself, because then you get to a place of healing. You can get to a place where you're not holding on to heaviness, right? So letting go, it's coming back to not rejecting but accepting, and being open to love, being open to life, be open to life, not closing off the world, right? And that's forgiveness. Forgive yourself for what you did not know. Let it play out in the future. Let it influence the future, right? For how you give to yourself and how you give to others. All right, so awareness to truth. Forgiveness is necessary to diminish any resentment. Nothing is wasted. Okay, remember, nothing is wasted. So that's just sit in confusion about why things are happening. That's not the point, right? Things happen for a reason, and it doesn't have to necessarily make sense to you. It could just be a bigger picture for what needed to be brought in, right? The sun's coming up. The completion, it's like a sad story, but things are out of our control. But you can see the sun is already. Source is your energetic, your vitality. That it's a new day, that life doesn't just stop because we feel like it does. That is just the awareness. That's that awareness that we really did care about people. We really do love people, and it's like you love hard. All right. Yeah, so letting go of resentment is extremely important. Everything holds a certain value. Letting go of judgment for yourself and others. That's that forgiveness. Letting go of judgment. Yeah. No need to judge. We judge ourselves. Learning to be patient yourself. All right. Collective energy. I'm going to, that one to flip over. The Queen of Pentacles. Yeah. Knowing your worth, knowing your value, understanding the cycles. It's a lot easier to grow, right? When you know that an ending has a beginning. It's like the seasons of change. It's all important. It all holds a key value. All right. So we have the Fool. Look at that. After completion, new beginnings. Finding your truth. Freeing yourself from what was. And I feel like you are a completely different person. Let's go. I already have that on my notes, but learning to be patient with yourself, set boundaries to restrict access from any past mistakes, returning in a new form. Same results. Physical and energetic symptoms will be heightened. Spiritual allergies, as your body, mind, soul are sensitive at this time. They're telling you something. Your body is literally reacting. The Magician. Oh my God, and that's 0 and 1. So infinite possibilities. You are your own magician. Like you are your own creator. So infinite possibilities. Where are you taking a leap of faith? Where are you putting your magic? What are you transforming? What are you creating? This profound energy, because I feel like the shift, you realize you're infinite. Everything goes up and down. So something has to be lost. When something goes into the darkness, it's literally a time where the most change happens, the most growth, right? Because only truth lies in the dark, and the dark holds a lot of power. There's a lot of growth. 6 of Swords. You're transforming where you're moving. You're transforming the waves. And I feel like you're almost operating this boat and you're moving into calmer waters. Like you're learning how to navigate through these tough times. And even though it looks like it's like a time of sorrow, it's acceptance. It's a part of the cycle. But it's to alchemize it, taking a tough time and literally learning how to ride the waves. And it's like effortlessly, right? Because you've done it before. It holds a key value. And being free from holding on to emotions that are stagnant, and it just causes you illness. It causes you pain. It really weakens your immune system, and that confusion. It almost like it drains your batteries where you're unable to move forward. Your mind is just stuck on what was. So I feel like this is learning to navigate those bumpy roads, those storms, and it's almost like each time, it's not that it gets easier, but it becomes less of a mental struggle. It's just more of understanding that things are always changing, and you are the magician. You choose how to alchemize that energy. You use the tools and the skills that you're given, and it's like that's how you crafted yourself a boat, right? And it's like using your magic to take one thing and turn into something else. You're as powerful as your mind believes. All right, so we're not sure where this water is taking you, but it is taking you out of that hurricane energy, the waves, and that storm, the unsettling storm. Right, so this is going to be a time of change, transformation. Where was I? Just going to read my notes. Okay, so spiritual allergies, as your body, mind, soul are sensitive to people, place, and things. All right, that's your body. You're reacting. It's telling you. It's like a smart system. Is your body? It feels it. It's like almost like a lie detector test. It senses when somebody is lying. It senses when somebody has malintent. Senses when somebody is just no good for you, or it's a pattern resurfacing in different form. Recognizing and reacting to the toxicity, all right, that people bring. It's like you can feel people's intentions, right? And it's like sometimes, and obviously it's something that it's still going to affect you, where it's almost like it's too bad, like you would rather it be different, but there's something off, right? And you have no choice to follow what your mind and your body's telling you, because you feel it pulsing within you. All right, so, oh, look at that on the bottom. The Empress, number 3, beautiful feminine energy. This is nurturing your emotions. This is bringing harmony to the beginning and the endings, and balancing out those cycles, because it's like infinite cycles where you're constantly producing growth, and growth is activating almost like a softness on the world, a deeper understanding, like in the harsh times, harsh world, you are the creator. You are the one that breathes life into the world, the frequency. You charge it with your essence, your beauty, kindness, and love. So through love, there's growth. Growth doesn't always feel like a positive thing, because growth can also be like an ending of a cycle, right? Something that needs to close out. So the lessons and challenges, right? And cycles are all about lessons and challenges, because it's growth, it's movement, it's necessary growth. So it's all keeping that flow with your emotions, not holding on to emotions, things needing to run through you, and you let go of it during those times of admitting to yourself that sometimes things aren't okay, and that things that have happened in the past don't need to be buried and don't need to be rejected. Everything is a part of who you are now. So don't reject anything, any emotions, because it could be holding you back, and it's almost like that wounded inner child, right? Telling them that something that about themselves wasn't good enough, right? You'll hold on to that, and it'll create a different perspective, right? So yeah, it's like holding on to something instead of seeing past what is being shown, because life always goes on, life moves on. Not to stay in that winter hibernation, right? The isolation. There's a stage for everything. All right, so lessons and challenges. Being honest with yourself. Acknowledging who you were is not who you have become. Sit with your heart space. Be grateful. Growth is a choice. Right? It's a choice that you have to take. You have to enter that cave of darkness, right? Even if there's fear of the what if, right? The darkness, what happens if, just fear of something going bad. Letting go of that control that you don't know, and it doesn't mean to expect the worst. Because again, that's your mind, and you're creating that. We're always living in fear. Lovers, the Lovers card, Gemini energy, wow. Okay, so this is all about the connection between the parts of yourself that you have, that you love, and the ones that maybe that you don't love so much, those flaws, right? We think are flaws. But really when it comes down to it, it's a whole. It makes you whole. The masculine and the feminine, the balance between the two. And the Lovers is like that perfect union. Perfect union. I feel like that rarity that others had, that, like the things that make people different, that is the things that we can actually learn the most from. People that are, if they have different opinions, don't shut that down as, it's like we learn from people that can pull you out of your bubble, pull you out of where you're comfortable. People almost like you're opposite, right? And like in the darkness, right? That the darkness is where the most transformation happens. Darkness, you discover a lot of things about yourself, a lot of reveals, those moments that you understand that you are the creator of, you put the energy into how you see a circumstance. So I feel like it's looking at things from both sides. There's two sides to everything. And that with the magician, right? That alchemist, turning pain into purpose. And you can hold on to everything, hold on to the past and be weighed down and stay on the ground, stay where you feel safe. Or you can choose to drop all of your baggage, and just go on a spiritual adventure where you don't need anything except hope, dreams, and being true to who you are. It's almost like letting yourself be free to be that awkward, weird person, or letting yourself be that magic. All right, I'm about to run out of battery, so I'm going to pull the rest of these cards. Let's see. We got Six of Pentacles. Bringing that balance back. The giving and the take. It's like what you receive is meant to be shared. Not holding on to anything. It's seeing the value on both sides. Again, seeing the value on both sides. Sometimes life takes from you. Like sometimes things are taken from you, and it feels unfair. But then it comes back in a different way. These are the opportunities. But sometimes it feels like the value may be less. But that is where I feel like there's a need to balance out what you think you need, what you think you can't live without, and what you think life was all about. Then something comes in and it completely transforms and opens up this whole other way of seeing things. And it's like it transforms how you give to yourself, how you value investments. And I feel like this is sharing the gifts. We're given gifts to share them. And to share without the need to receive. So I feel like that's the great being grateful. That nothing is meant to just keep for yourself. It's all about being equal. And I feel like that is where the balance of the harmony of the universe, the frequency, we all connect when we all had the same belief. We all want the same things. We all want the best for each other. And if it's not equal like that, that's where those bumps and those hiccups and the universe shows up, and it asks for you to take what you've learned and create. Take what you've learned and create a new form of reality, a new form of manifestation, and create good from the bad. If something didn't work out, that is your redirection. That's the universe telling you that there's always a loop. It never stuck. And it's about looking at success on how we treat others and how we don't benefit from each other, but we just look out for each other, right? not accepting less, not giving less and taking more. I feel like that is where this energy of the Lovers is brought in. Or sometimes our ego can make bad decisions and think more of ourselves. And I feel like this is a reminder of that kinder, gentler side, right? That the feminine, the nourishing, that the cycles, what you put out there, it comes back. It all comes back. So it's a kind, gentle reminder that love is a choice, that choosing yourself and loving freely, loving, or not loving, but understanding that it's necessary for the bad times or the things that are a cause of pain, is it allows a deeper way to live, a deeper way to not accept less, and a deeper understanding of what the universe is trying to show as coming together and taking back the world to be a beautiful place where we can all be unique, we can all be our true selves, and not feeling like you're weighed down by what you're meant to be or what you're supposed to be. That's that trick. That's that trickster energy where magician is, you hold the power to transform. You're the one that's creating. You're in the driver's seat. Don't be tricked into thinking that's not true. Tricked to thinking that you have no power, because you hold the power. And once you believe that you don't have that in you, that is when your power is no longer accessible. You are as powerful as you believe. If you're going to believe in anything, believe in yourself. When you believe in yourself, it activates this crystal, activates a sense of collective healing, energy. It frees your energy, frees you from anything that held you back. And it's living this authentic life where wanting to be connected with the earth, connected with each other, and build a humanity in a community level where we're only as strong as our weakest on the team. And we're all a team, one team. It all comes back together. The yin, the yang, the up, the down, the light, the dark. It's connected. And they're both important to influence the greatest awakening of all. Appreciating the beautiful times, appreciating those moments that we may not have anymore, and not rejecting those pain, because the pain is your purpose. It literally lights that fire under you, and it activates recognizing who you are. And all these lessons were really to bring wisdom, knowledge, using those tools to create a reality now that you understand that you have the ability to do. Take those resources, take everything you've learned, and be as free, soar as high as can be. Let love in. Let the darkness hold a space where it feels safe, feels protected, and doesn't feel closed off. You're perfect the way you are. Your flaws make you. Flaws are what make you unique. And your magic. You have the magic to touch and change anything that that you put your energy on. All right? Pay attention to what you're saying, pay attention to your words, pay attention to your intentions, because it really all comes back. All comes back to you. And it's a ripple effect. I feel like you're that influence that people are going to see and follow in your footsteps. It just takes one person, and others will not be afraid. They only fear what they don't know. And I feel like you've been showed so much. You do know. You know. You feel it. You feel it because you've taken the time to feel all those emotions and appreciate what you've learned and grown as a person, grown as an individual, and grown to love and respect all kinds of people, all shapes, all sides, that we all have a story, we all have a heart, and sometimes it takes someone to show others, all right? So don't be afraid. Don't be afraid to be different. Don't be afraid to take a different path. This is a crossroad, a fork in the road. Not to be blinded. Not to be blinded. You know the truth. So it's like almost like you know the truth but not wanting to accept it. And I feel like that was where the energy of the Lovers came in, reminding you of your boundaries, reminding you of what you need to cut ties with, and reminding that the blade cuts deep. So hold it close, but don't hold it in battle. Holds truth. So don't be blinded by misconceptions. You are the change. You're not meant to just follow this blind light. It's like you are the one to make that move, navigate life in a new way, a new frequency, where we can be a vision where love conquers all. Learning to forgive each other for the mistakes that we didn't know. Learning to forgive those who never had love and didn't know how to love. And this is Six of Cups. Okay, this is all about generosity. It's all about remembering the times before everything got dark, or everything got hard, everything got sad. Right? This is coming back to a place of innocence, a place of remembering the good times. It's all about perception. Don't let life be stuck in the past. It's not about remembering the bad times. It's about remembering the good times. All right? It's those little moments. Those little moments. So change is a choice, acceptance of letting go of control. Things that cannot be changed hold an important truth, right? There's a truth in that. Moments of sadness is letting your emotions, and emotions mean energy in motion, be heard, felt, and flowed. Isolation versus togetherness. Appreciate the good, because you'll miss it when it's gone, and you don't want to regret anything. That's why it's the time to change the way you see things, a change to just let go and not keep yourself in a prison of the past. Forgive yourself and then alchemize it. Know your magic and then use it. You are the creator. Speak the words of existence. Be the thoughts that change and shape reality. Don't stay stuck. Don't stay stuck. Allow yourself to be free and get back to a place of kindness, gentle. This is a time where you're going to be meeting people that speak to your heart space, and they're going to make you feel like you've known them forever. Maybe it's a past life. This could be love, but this feels like true intentions. This feels genuine. It's a reminder that not everybody holds a place of love, but everybody deserves to be shown love. So this is a reminder that you are one of those people that have a big heart. Don't ever give that away, give it up, or lose hope, because you're that change. Be kind. Be kind and allow things to flow. So isolation versus togetherness. I feel like those in between times where, life kind of takes us in a new direction, it's a reminder that things will balance out again. Love is going to get you out of the situations. And this is all about knowing when there's good times, there'll be bad times, and bad times good. But knowing what to focus on and what to cut off. Don't live in a blind lie, because the truth is always better. It frees you, not restricts you. Why live in a lie when you can be free and shape your reality? All right, I think I was going to do a little bit more cards. Let's go do another deck. That's 3 decks. Really getting into this, and I really feel like this is a new cycle starting, right? New cycle, getting back to a reminder that it's time to be gentle with yourself. It's time to be gentle with life, and it's a reminder that there are tough times, but connect back with the good times, all right? Because you're going to miss them, right? You're always focusing on the bad, you'll miss the good. 9 of Pentacles, yep. Your thoughts are creating, it's like you are creating, you're harvesting what you want to grow. So if you want to change where you are putting your investments, where you're putting your growth, and what you are really building, then this is time to really come out of any kind of that darkness, and really just like, it's your glow up. You're glowing up, and you're going to be reaping your investments for what you put into the energy, being kind to others. It all comes back. Everything that you put out there, it will all be for a reason. It won't be wasted. You may not see it now, but the universe is going to bless you. The universe is blessing you because you're seeing the world as a completed shift. You're seeing the world at the crossroads. You're seeing the world that life takes you in different directions, but there is a final place. And it's all about healing and going towards your north node and letting go of your south node and what you needed to heal, what was holding you back. Could be old belief systems, could be things that happened in the past, but don't let your past create your future, all right? New cycles, the Magician, closing out what was needed to, completing, and here you are, you're harvesting in your blessings. Beautiful. All right, until next time. Bye, guys.